What if almost every import video is wrong? If I had to start an import business from scratch today, I wouldn't import phone accessories. I wouldn't import Bluetooth speakers. And I definitely wouldn't import most of the products YouTube keeps recommending. Not because they are bad products, because I think most people are asking the wrong question. After nearly 20 years in international trade, I have learned something that completely changed the way I look at importing. Successful importers don't chase products, they chase opportunities. Before making this documentary, I spent days researching for more than 50 product categories from China. Some confirmed what I already believed. Others completely surprised me, because the biggest import opportunities in 2026 aren't always the products getting millions of views online. In fact, two of the industries on today's list quietly generate billions of dollars every year. Yet, most beginner importers rarely pay attention to them. And that is exactly why I made this video. Not to give you another list of trending products, but help you think like an importer instead of a trend chaser. So, if you are planning to import from China, looking for your next business opportunity, or simply try to build a real import-export business, this episode might completely change the way you think about importing. Let's begin. Welcome to the very first episode of Market Research Club. This isn't a series about chasing viral products. It is about discovering real business opportunities. In every episode, we will explore industries, countries, and markets to understand where the best import-export opportunities actually exist. I'm not here to tell you which product will make you rich, because nobody can honestly promise that. Instead, my goal is much simpler: to help you make better business decisions. Every recommendation you will see today is based on three things: research, experience, and nearly 20 years working in international trade. No hype, no shortcuts, no get-rich-quick promises. Just practical opportunities, backed by real market thinking. Because I believe good businesses aren't built by copying trends. They are built by understanding markets. And if you are serious about building an import business, I think you are going to enjoy this series. Let's get started. Before we get into today's list, I want to share one lesson that completely changed the way I think about importing. Because I believe this is where most beginners make their biggest mistake. They ask, what product should I import? I don't. Because I think that is the wrong question. The better question is, which industries are growing? Products come and go. Growing industries create opportunities for years. That realization changed everything for me. For a long time, I believed successful importing was about finding better products. Today, I see it very differently. Successful importers don't build businesses around products. They build businesses around markets. Years ago, when I was developing one of our products, I came to Bangkok expecting to create something completely new. Instead, I learned something much more valuable. The best opportunities rarely come from inventing new products. They come from improving existing ones. Understanding customers better, solving small problems, creating more value. Those improvements eventually helped us export to 4 different continents. Not because we invented something revolutionary, but because we understood our market better than many of our competitors. That's exactly how I selected every opportunity you will see today. I didn't ask what products are popular. I asked which industries will still be growing 5 years from now. Because these aren't just products. They are opportunities built on long-term market demand. Before we get started, I want to quickly explain how I selected these opportunities. Because I didn't choose them based on hype, or social media trends, or get-rich-quick promises. In fact, I eliminated dozens of product categories before making this list. If I were investing my own money in an import business today, this is exactly how I would evaluate every opportunity. I use 4 simple criteria: global demand, profit potential, ease of importing, and long-term opportunity. Because trends come and go, but strong industries continue creating opportunities for years. Every product you are about to see passed those 4 tests. So, let's start with opportunity number 1. Imagine someone decides to build a new hotel tomorrow. Before welcoming a single guest, that hotel needs hundreds of different products. Furniture, restaurant equipment, kitchen systems, hotel linen, lighting, bedroom accessories, laundry equipment, reception furniture, and much more. That's exactly why I find this industry so interesting. You are not selling one product. You are helping someone build an entire business. One successful hotel project can easily be worth more than hundreds of individual online orders. And here is something many beginner importers overlook. Hotels don't stop buying after they open. They renovate, they expand, they replace equipment. China has spent decades building one of the world's strongest manufacturing ecosystems for hospitality products. From furniture to commercial kitchens to lighting, buyers can source almost everything from one country. That makes purchasing faster, simpler, and often more cost-effective. If I were starting an import business today, this would absolutely be one of the industries I would research first, because I wouldn't just be selling products. I would be building long-term business relationships. Every product you have ever bought arrived in some kind of packaging. Think about it. Food, cosmetics, electronics, furniture, industrial equipment, everything. Packaging may not be the most exciting business in the world, but it might be one of the smartest. Because businesses don't order packaging once. They order it over and over and over again. Every time they make a sale, they need more packaging. That's exactly why I like this industry. You are not selling cardboard boxes or paper bags or plastic containers. You are becoming part of your customers' daily operation. And once a company finds a reliable packaging supplier, they rarely want to switch. China has become one of the world's largest packaging manufacturing hubs, offering everything from simple cartons to highly customized premium packaging solutions. That gives importers an enormous range of opportunity. If I were building an import business today, this industry would definitely be on my shortlist because recurring customers often build stronger businesses than one-time buyers. Every growing business eventually faces the same problem. It runs out of space. And strangely enough, that is actually good news. Because growing businesses need larger warehouses. Larger warehouses need better organization. And better organization requires better equipment. Warehouse shelving, plastic pallets, industrial storage systems, warehouse carts, storage bins. As e-commerce, manufacturing, and global logistics continue expanding, so does the demand for warehouse infrastructure. That is why I don't think this industry is really about warehouse products. It is about helping businesses become more efficient. The better a warehouse operates, the faster products move, the fewer mistakes happen, and the more profitable that business becomes. China has become one of the world's leading manufacturers of warehouse equipment, offering competitive pricing across thousands of industrial products. If I were entering this market today, I would seriously consider building a business around warehouse solutions, because every successful company eventually needs a better warehouse. Walk into almost any modern hotel, office, restaurant, or luxury apartment today, and there is a good chance you will see decorative wall panels somewhere inside. Most people never notice them. Developers do, architects do, interior designers certainly do, because decorative materials have become an essential part of modern construction. One category has grown rapidly over the past few years is WPC wall panels. They are lightweight, durable, easy to install, require very little maintenance, and they are being used in everything from hotels to retail stores to residential developments around the world. What makes this opportunity interesting isn't the product itself. It is what driving the demand. Construction, urban development, renovation, as long as countries continue building. Businesses will continue buying products like these. China has become one of the world's largest suppliers of decorative building materials, offering an enormous variety of styles, sizes, and price points. If I were building an import business today, I would be far more interested in industries driven by long-term construction than short-term consumer trends. That's exactly why this opportunity deserves a closer look. Every morning, before customers walk into a shopping mall, before patients arrive at a hospital, before the first flight takes off, or before a hotel welcomes its guests, someone has already been cleaning that building. This is something most people never think about. Yes, it is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Commercial cleaning isn't driven by trends. It is driven by necessity. Every hotel, every airport, every factory, every warehouse, every office building need professional cleaning equipment. Floor scrubbers, industrial vacuum cleaners, pressure washers, cleaning carts, maintenance equipment. These aren't products businesses buy because they want to. They buy them because they need them. China has become one of the world's largest manufacturing hubs for commercial cleaning equipment, giving importers access to an enormous range of professional solutions. If I were entering this market today, I would see it as an opportunity built on recurring demand rather than temporary trends. And businesses built on necessity often last much longer. Every successful cafe starts the same way. Not with customers, not with coffee, but with equipment. Before the first espresso is served, someone has already invested in espresso machines, coffee grinders, display refrigerators, workstations, furniture, and dozens of other products. Over the past decade, coffee culture has expanded across almost every continent. At the same time, bubble tea, specialty cafes, juice bars, and small beverage businesses have continued growing rapidly. Every new entrepreneur entering this industry needs equipment before opening the doors. That is what makes this opportunity so interesting. You are not selling coffee machines. You are helping someone turn an idea into a business. China offers one of the world's largest manufacturing ecosystems for coffee equipment, from entry-level machines to premium commercial solutions. If I were researching opportunities today, this industry would definitely be one of them, because entrepreneurs may change menus, but every cafe begins with equipment. Before a single meal reaches a customer, it begins somewhere most people never see: a commercial kitchen. Behind every restaurant, hotel, cloud kitchen, or catering company is a workspace built around efficiency. Industrial ovens, refrigeration systems, preparation tables, cooking equipment, food storage, ventilation systems. Professional buyers don't choose these products because they are fashionable. They choose them because reliability matters. Downtime costs money. Poor quality costs money. Equipment failures cost money. That is exactly why this industry continues growing. China has spent decades building one of the world's strongest manufacturing bases for commercial kitchen equipment, serving restaurants and food businesses around the globe. If I were entering the food service supply business today, I would seriously consider this category, because every successful restaurant depends on what happens behind the kitchen door. Most people never notice this industry, but almost every product you buy passes through it. Before products reach supermarkets, retail stores, warehouses, or customers, they are usually stored, protected, transported, and organized using industrial plastic products. Plastic pallets, industrial storage bins, logistics containers, heavy-duty crates, material handling solutions. These aren't products consumers think about, but businesses rely on them every single day. As global trade, e-commerce, manufacturing, and distribution networks continue expanding, the demand for durable, lightweight, and cost-effective industrial plastic solutions continue growing. What makes this industry especially interesting is that demand isn't driven by fashion or seasonal trends. It is driven by business operations. Factories need them. Warehouses need them. Logistics companies need them. Distribution centers depend on them. China has become one of the world's largest manufacturing hubs for industrial plastic products, offering an enormous range of standardized and customized solutions for businesses around the world. If I were building a B2B import business today, this would definitely be one of the industries I would research more closely, because sometimes the biggest business opportunities are hidden inside industries most people never even notice. The next opportunity is a little different, because this isn't just another industry I have researched. It is one I have lived. Years ago, when I started one of my own businesses, I didn't try to invent a revolutionary product. Instead, I asked a much simpler question. How can we make an existing product more valuable for the customer? That question brought me to Bangbong. I spent weeks working alongside product designers, studying different ideas, testing improvements, and learning how small changes could create much bigger value. We didn't reinvent solar lighting. We refined it, improved the design, adapted it for different markets, and focused on solving real customer problems. Looking back, those improvements weren't dramatic, but they were enough. Eventually, we exported our products to 4 different continents, including government projects in Turkey, Jordan, Ghana, and Algeria. That experience completely changed the way I think about international trade. You don't have to invent the next billion-dollar product. You simply need to understand your market better than your competitors. Today, as countries continue investing in renewable energy, public infrastructure, and outdoor lighting, I still believe solar lighting offers excellent long-term opportunities in the right market. Would this be one of the industries I would research today? Without hesitation, not because it is easy, but because I have seen what happens when the right product meets the right market. Imagine walking into a construction site, a factory without protective gloves, or a warehouse where safety isn't taken seriously. Most businesses would never allow it, because workplace safety isn't optional. It is essential. Every construction company, manufacturer, warehouse, energy project, and industrial facility depends on safety equipment every single day. Safety helmets, protective footwear, high visibility clothing, safety glasses, protective gloves, respiratory equipment. These products aren't driven by fashion. They are driven by responsibility. As industries continue expanding around the world, the demand for professional safety equipment continues growing alongside them. China has become one of the world's largest manufacturers of industrial safety products, supplying businesses across almost every industry. If I were evaluating long-term business-to-business opportunities today, this industry would absolutely be on my shortlist, because protecting people will never go out of demand, and businesses that focus on essential needs often build stronger long-term relationships with their customers. So, if I were starting an import business from scratch today, I wouldn't begin by searching for the perfect product. I would begin by understanding the market. Because products change, markets evolve, but businesses built around real demand have a much better chance of surviving for years. After nearly 20 years in international trade, I have learned something surprisingly simple. Successful importers don't chase products. They chase opportunities. They study industries. They understand customers. They build relationships. And they focus on creating value. Instead of simply selling another product, looking back, that is probably the biggest lesson international trade has taught me. The companies that succeed for decades aren't always the ones with the cheapest products. They are the ones that understand their markets better than everyone else. So, if you remember only one thing from today's video, I hope it's this. Don't ask what product should I import. Ask which industries are creating opportunities for the next 10 years. Because that is where long-term businesses are built. And if you are serious about importing from China, but you would like someone with real experience to help you avoid costly mistakes, I would happy to help. Whether you are looking for reliable manufacturers, supplier verification, product sourcing, market research, or simply a clearer import strategy, that is exactly what I do. You will find all details in the description below. And if you enjoyed this very first episode of Market Research Club, I would love to have you here. Because this series isn't about chasing trends. It is about understanding how international trade really works. So, if that sounds like something you would enjoy, consider subscribing. We are just getting started. And before you go, let me ask you one more question. Where would you start looking for suppliers in China? If your answer is Alibaba, you are probably doing what most beginners do. But here is the thing. Professional importers rarely rely on just one sourcing platform. In the next episode, I will show you 11 better ways to find manufacturers and wholesale suppliers in China. Some of them are completely free. Some are used by experienced importers every single day. And a few might completely change the way you source products forever. So if you are serious about building a real import business, I will see you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep researching, and keep looking for opportunities others overlook. Take care. Bye bye.